comes to streaming, right? Because you got to remember before that, and we are live. Welcome to the line. But before that, we sold records. Like I remember going to Sam Goody's.
Yeah, records, or tapes.
And we spending $20 on, and it's crazy because if 3 albums, like say Biggie, J, and DMX to drop on the same week,
we caught them all.
You was going to buy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you bought it.
Nowadays, they made money. Depending on how their contract was.
Exactly. Because you remember TLC, they were talking about they were getting $1 an album or something like that to split between the 3 of them. Everything was done.
Yeah.
You know, so I think they used Drake to corner the streaming market to get artists to kind of get in line and follow suit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you notice, the older artists kind of phased out where some of them are like, listen, I'm not making any more music because I'm not making any real money. But the younger guys are like, they're on streaming, so they're like, yo, let's go.
But the real hardcore hip hop, old school, has always still made records. You just never heard of them.
Oh no, they still make records.
They still make records. Yeah, they don't. It's not in the store. Or I don't know how they're putting it out, but like one of my personal favorites was like in the '90s was Boot Camp Click, and
East Coast.
And I followed them in a long time. So and I want to say less than 15 years ago, before Sean Price died, they came to Hartford to the Webster Theater, and it was like maybe a good 20 people in the Webster Theater. But they rocked the show. Like everybody, that was there knew they was coming, and it was just like real hip hop heads, the 20, 30 people that was there. He rocked the show, and this is like it's maybe 15 years ago. Me and my wife went. And that was a show, and he has tapes on sale. I bought it, you know what I mean? And it was pretty dope. And I stayed tapes,
like
cassette tape. Cassette tape. No, I'm sorry, CD. It was a CD. I'm sorry. CD.
Okay. All right. I don't even got a CD spot, but I could take a CD.
Yeah, CD. You know it was CD. Yeah, it was a CD. Because I remember downloading it on my Xbox.
I brought the GNX Kendrick Lamar vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually got it back here.
All right. Okay. Hey, you got a record player? I
gotta go to my mama's house. My mama got one, but nah. I mean, it's not even open. I don't plan on playing this. Really.
That's
you know what I'm saying? But at some point, I'm gonna get it to sign it. I should have.
Yeah. And then when you pass it on down, they know what it's up. They know what it is.
Yeah. It's a classic album already.
Okay. I got a record play. I got one here, man. I got the old school reggae music, but like the old school slow Lovers Rock.
Lovers Rock.
Yeah, that was like 70s, 80s.
Well, they don't know about that.
And listen, I grew up on the North End, bro. We
Lovers Rock is like reggae, like
No, they got it up here too.
R&B reggae.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, I was
but the 80s, 90s version.
90s, yeah.
So P, we might be wrong about that, right? So most of those Lovers Rock songs were from America. All they did was sing over American songs.
Yeah. Yes, it was. But it's still like that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was reggae R&B.
Yep.
So like the songs like Shy and If I Ever
stuff like that.
Or again. Man, they did that in every genre of reggae.
Yo, but do y'all remember when reggaeton first came out? Like they just jacked the whole reggae, everything, all the beats, and just started spitting they flows over it.
True. So that was a topic of conversation where reggaeton, I think, is the biggest genre.
Yeah.
But they jacked their style from Jamaican music, like West Indian music, and now it's like the biggest thing. But
it's the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing.
It's going back 20 years.
Yeah,
all of the reggae beats, like Shaba, Yellow Man, all of them, they jack all their style. You know what I'm saying? All of it.
Now I gotta say, when I went to Costa Rica, right? I think that place is where I heard some of the wildest mixtures of culture music. Like there was calypso music mixed with Spanish, mixed with Brazilian, and it was stuff they were playing at the club, and I was amazed. I was like, I couldn't believe some of the songs and the music I was hearing, and you don't hear it anywhere else.
But that goes to show you how universal music is. Like, you know,
It is.
Music is universal, whether it's rock and roll, hip hop, or whatever. Everybody listens to the same thing, and everybody take a piece of whatever's out now or popular, and they recreate it.
Yeah.
True. I was listening to some Japanese kids. They were singing dance hall music, right?
Yeah.
And they're spitting. They sound like Jamaican, but it's in Chinese.
Chinese,
and I'm like, what?
Chinese.
That's next level. The hip culture. I'm like, wow, I couldn't tell. It's like only thing they were just speaking. Japanese, not Chinese, but Japanese. Yeah.
Yeah, that's next level right there.
Welcome, Toya. What's going on?
Good evening, Toya.
Hey, good evening. Good evening. Just came in from a basketball game.
That's good. That's good.
How did he do? Did he win?
Yep, we won.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just here talking something we haven't really started yet, you know.
Okay.
You know, we lime in.
All right.
So we want to go. What direction you want to go?
So we can start off. We got a good bit of people here. We normally just kind of talk for the first 10 minutes, make sure everybody get in, and after we kick it off. We got like 3 more minutes. But other than that, y'all ready to go? We could roll with it.
Bust it.
Let's get it.
All right, here we go. So we're gonna roll into the first one. Here we go.
Girlfriend be going to work
together. That's something we should probably do. And he said, when I was 25, I went up to a man and said, I think we should sleep together. That's something we should probably do. And he said, okay, and we continued to do that. And then we dated. The other day, I was talking to a man that I think is kind of cute, and mid-sentence, I turned around. I left the conversation. We made eye contact too long. I then muted him on all platforms, and the next time I saw him, I ignored him the entire time. And when he did ask me a question, I left the establishment, walked out. Mid-question. So if you're seeing this, know I'm in love with you.
Huh. Talk about mixed signals.
Well, she started off being my kind of girl in the beginning.
She's definitely bold.
Yeah. But what I've learned about women like that is like that. I mean, I learned the wrong way, so I just leave it like that.
What's the wrong way?
The wrong way when you accept that offer, and then you find out what they're about, because you're not the only one getting that offer.
Oh.
You feel me? Like it's everybody is all in the game. When they bold like that, trust me, there's a lot going on.
That's one good interpretation, right?
Yeah, that's my interpretation. I
was gonna pose. When I heard this, I thought it was gonna go one direction, and it switched automatically.
Yeah. I said in the beginning. Yeah,
so Drake said that he'll kind of stay away. What are your thoughts on someone like this? How would you handle someone like this?
My younger self, that she, like I told you, she would be my kind of girl. But now doing what I know, you have to run fast.
Okay.
You got to run fast.
Well, hearing her speak, she clearly doesn't like or respect that person to begin with, because anybody that will do something like that don't really care. They're just like, I see you when I see you. Mm-hmm. Make conversation and just, I'm out.
Well, I'm gonna push back. The context is a little bit weird, because at the end she said, "I'm in love with you."
Right. She's
So it's not that she's. So I'm gonna speak for a little bit. I'm gonna play the devil advocate, right? So what she's saying is she's scared of that feeling, so she basically avoid everything. So she respects the person, she likes the person. She already made up in her mind that she could see herself being with this person. So she's like trying to play defense a little bit, playing hard to get, but she already knows what she's done in the past before.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think the person that she's talking about offered her something that she never had before, so that's probably why she's running away. You know, and it's not like the other guys where she just want to sleep with you. The other, he probably giving her deep conversation. She said he was looking into her eyes too long, so he's picking her brain. She ain't never had nobody pick her brain. You feel me? Like, you know, he's trying to connect with her, but that's why she's running away, because she's used to normal guys. Like, oh yeah, this dude's up in the sack. That's, you know, and that's bang bang, and they built their relationship off of sex. And you know, you build your relationship off of sex, you can only have so much fun with one person. After a while, it's out the window.
All right.
Any comments on that?
Man, if that was me, I'd dive head in 100%. If I see that message, oh, you in love with me? Okay. I mean, something like that could probably be either the best thing to happen to you. Yes, you probably offering her something she never had before. But if she's all in, it could be something explosive. And if not, it could be just as bad in the other way. But ooh, that could be some passion right there.
Right,
they got to find her.
What you got,
Yeah, I see it as avoidant behavior. People that do these kinds of things where they jump into something, you know, thinking it's gonna be fun, and then they're like, "Oh shit, wasn't expecting this." So that's definitely fear. Maybe she don't want to be in love, but it happened, and now what?
Okay. You know? P, what's yours on this, P?
I think you're right. I think you're right about this clip. Now, she sounds like she's still married.
Nah, she's single.
Because she kind of like, or she might be in a relationship because
multiple relationships.
The way, I'm not, because she didn't. It could be past tense as well. You know what I mean? Because she said she's done that in the past.
Yeah,
right.
But I think she ended up marrying that person. So now she's back out in the real world and she saw something she really likes, but she know that if she do get in too deep, it could become more serious than she can handle. But on the other side, she could be the entitled, already know I'm going, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, the entitled woman that feel like she's on top of the world. She could get to Mount Everest in 2 steps and, you know, it's over. But yeah, I ain't really got nothing to put on this one.
I get you. The reason why I brought up this one, because it's like age is a big factor in this situation. When you're younger, I think you're more likely to run to stuff like that. After you get older, it's like, now let me run. You know? So I think that was the situation with this one. So yeah, she seemed very confused on this topic. You know what I'm saying?
I think with age, you said you're younger. That's absolutely correct. But as you get older, you run into it more because there's more people out there that's been involved and don't want to really be involved. They just want to have fun at an old age. They just, you know what I mean? They're past, you know, I want to say, you know, they don't get over their hurt. They just use whatever. Just, they don't want to commit to nothing. So
okay, I see what you said.
Yeah, when they're older, they ran through commitment already, and they don't want to try it again.
Okay,
so that's why you have a lot of younger guys dealing with older women and vice versa, because they already tried the older women or the older gentlemen try commitment, so they go after the younger person. So they run, the age kind of thing. It plays is tricky with the age because those situations occur a lot.
Okay, I can see that. Any rebuttal to that?
Nah, I mean, age destiny is always a big factor in life. Period.
I thought they said age ain't nothing but a number.
Whoa, wrong dude. You know where he at. Wrong dude. Come on.
Hey,
come on.
Where is he at, Toya?
Jesus.
He in prison.
Jesus. Singing for honey buns. Honey buns.
Throwing it out there,
You know you go to jail for something like that.
Triggering.
So as we was talking about oldie but goodies, right? One of the popular songs in the islands, like right now, you could go to a wedding, you could go to a party. They would put on "She's Only 16 Years Old," and that would break up a club.
There's a few of them,
but that song was so popular. That song was so popular.
But they got the "She's 16, 16, 16, and I'm a bullet." I'm a bullet.
You know what? I've never heard that song before in my life.
You never heard that song before?
I've never known.
My favorite. I'm in love with a man.
I heard that one.
Yeah. The agenda is real, I guess.
Trust me,
it's definitely in the music a lot.
Definitely.
I mean, that's the thing, music is a vibration and it's so much deeper than what people, as if you go back to Africa, the beat, the drum and everything, it does something to the soul. I can go to church and Bible with it too, but it's a spiritual thing.
True. I agree with that one because a lot of the church songs, in various different islands, they all have like the same melody and same flow, like when you go to church. So that transcends. Even in church, it transcends.
Yeah, it does.
Sure. Definitely. So we're gonna wrap this one up there. Any closing thoughts on this one?
Live your life. If she was young, telling men she want to go sleep with men and that worked for her, hey. But you older and you running from love? Nah, somebody come save that girl.
All right. So let's go to the next one.
She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
In her mom's room and hitting her.
Why would you hit her?
All right, well, my girlfriend be going to work. I'll be slipping in her mom's room and hitting her.
Why would you hit her mother, though?
No judgment.
She came on to me first.
Yeah, but her mother, though?
So you guys live with her mom?
Yeah.
Why would you be living
you said no.
I'm not judging you, but why? I'm saying, but why a grown man living with his girl mother?
It's no judgment.
That's not judgment. It's a question, my dog.
Okay.
Why would you be living with your girl mother, though? Just be honest.
I just got out of prison.
Oh, okay. Well, now that makes sense.
Okay, I got it. How long you been home?
3 months.
3 months. I know all about that. But okay, cool. So we're gonna give you a grace
pass on that,
grace period. But now you humping on your lady's mother.
Do you think you love the mom?
I kind of do. I'm gonna be honest with you. Her daughter kind of messed up in the head. Mom Duke know how to take care of a man.
You met the daughter while you was in prison?
No, I knew her before.
You must live in one of them towns where like they got
you need to be on Love After Lockup. Yeah, I know that. I know you like that show.
Nah, he live in one of them towns. They got the whole family just got low self-esteem. And he just knock off the whole crib.
So you said the mom takes care of you?
No, man, no, you're not gonna do Columbus, Ohio like that.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just saying, like, it ain't even the whole Columbus. It's probably your little section.
So when you say the mom takes care of you, what does she do?
She cooked. She bought me some shoes. She got me this phone. She doing everything on the low key though.
She got you a phone. You bragging about that though?
Right now.
She got man. You happy about somebody getting you a phone is crazy.
He is. He just got out 3 months ago.
Yeah, but come on, man. First of all, you should have had a phone on a.
So that was a longer clip, but guy just got out of jail, messing with the daughter and the mother. My question is, based on this segment, is why did they give him a pass?
Why did they give who a pass?
Why did they give him a pass?
For being fresh out.
Yeah, so he just got out of jail.
Yeah,
did they give him a pass though?
Well, they were talking in the conversation, and they was like, all right, he just got out of jail. Is it okay to give someone a pass for doing something like this?
Right. I understand what you mean. At one point, she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean." Like,
yeah, he's saying because he just got out. He just came home trying to get on his feet.
Hey, was he out of jail was he in prison for like a year, or was he in jail for like 5 years?
That wasn't mentioned.
Because that would explain why he's double dipping. He ain't had it in a long time.
Desperate.
Yeah.
All right, but still, at the end of the day, right? That's no morals, no values, none of that.
Right, so, right. We all know it's wrong.
It's regular Dagler in the hood, though.
But you see, it's being normalized, and that's the question. It's being normalized.
It's not normalized.
Whoa. What do you mean normalized?
It's regular. It happens.
That's not normal.
It's not normal, and it's completely wrong. I situations. It happens.
Now, what does that say about the mother? Because to me,
I give you
the mother is the one to blame in all this, because I'm sure she seduced his ass and he was easy
that's
he just got out of prison.
The thing about those situations, those are not. He's probably the first one talking about it. You feel me? He's not probably the only one.
I don't think he's the only one.
Yeah, he's not the only one that mother and daughter. He's not. They're probably, that's something that they probably do, and it's fresh to him. You understand what I'm saying? Because
he's living the life.
He's living the life, but I mean, he don't know that the possibility is he doesn't know that that's what they do. You feel me? He don't know something. He might not know. Like,
so hold up. So you saying they're working together on this?
Like they tag teaming?
Yeah, some mother and daughters do. I ran into
because he never said that they knew about it.
They know,
they don't know about it.
They don't. They don't know.
But for the moms to have her boyfriend living in the house, that's not her first boyfriend living in the house or whatever. That situation is not new to them. You feel what I'm saying?
Why would they tag team it? It's like, what are they benefiting? He just came from jail. What he offering?
So I can answer that because I seen a video recently where the woman was the breadwinner, right? And when she was going to work, she was making so much money that she was always busy and the mom was always home. The mother and daughter the mother was comfortable with the daughter was comfortable with letting the mother please the guy while she was away because she couldn't do it because she was a high earner. And I was like, oh, that's how it works. So
the world is
she didn't want him to leave when he went to work. Yeah, Mom Duke was taking care of the kids and all of that, and they was a happy family.
Yeah. So
we talking about like this?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
I
had to make sure. I didn't want to assume. You feel me?
We talking about
it does happen.
We talking about the palm people.
They can have it. Mayonnaise.
Extra common. Got to get the extra.
Listen, I'm gonna go the other way. Let him spread the love. He just coming home. He learning right from wrong. He had to do a whole bit. Now, hey, mom and the daughter, he confused. I'm sure the mom looked like the daughter, just older. You taking care of me. You buying me phone. The daughter he already said she messed up in the head. So, it's what the things that she don't do, mom gonna do. I'm spreading the love in both places. Give him a pass. Because once he get up, when he get on his own feet, he could, make sense of the world.
Nah, I think I see everybody's point. The reason I chose this one because everybody's saying it's okay.
No, it's not okay at all.
It ain't okay.
Everybody was saying okay.
No, hold on. I know you guys are saying. So, all right, let me clarify my statement. All right, you guys know it's wrong, but on the man's behalf, you said it's okay. That's what you guys are saying.
Spread love.
No, I'm saying is
I'm talking about the video. What I'm reacting to.
Yeah.
As far as it being okay, that is not okay.
It's not okay, but spread love.
No.
But in order to spread the love, it's going to be
all of that. Yeah.
Of course it's wrong, but it's happening.
It's happening. Yeah.
Man was fighting for his life. Come on, dog.
That doesn't make it right. Like,
no.
But like I said, the mother's to blame first, and then him. The daughter probably have no idea what's even going on.
You know how hard it is to find love in an advanced age? You got a strong, virile man coming into your home. It's opportunity. It's opportunity.
Probably laying on the couch with his shirt off.
That's what she like.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's
just coming out of jail. He ain't had nothing else to do but pump them weights.
Exactly. He doing them burpees inside the living room.
That's different muscles too. When you get out of prison, that's a different cut. You know?
As long as she ain't running up on man from behind, she good. Okay. You know what they say? One man hold you down, 2 men, you know.
I don't know.
Closing remarks on this one.
Closing remarks. Hey, wear protection.
Okay.
Spread love.
All right, cool. I think that was a good one because overall, I don't know how I don't see the end game. You got to always look at the end game, and I don't think he got an end game in sight because
he's enjoying the moment.
He happy to get that phone.
Yeah,
he's enjoying the moment.
He probably had to hide his phone in prison.
Enjoying it now. He's not thinking about future goals. He just got out of jail. He's just trying to live
right now.
Yeah,
living the life.
But the thing is, the wrong move could wreck that house.
True.
And the house is already wrecked.
Yo, now here's the thing, right?
Already wrecked.
Here's the thing, right? If something went down, you think the mom will kick him out or the daughter out?
Him, he gotta go. It depends.
You sure about that?
So it depends.
Probably, I've seen it where situations like this they kick out their own family.
Yeah. Some people let a piece of sex get in between their blood.
But if he hedge his bets and get both of them pregnant, everybody win.
Yo.
You can't kick me out to my kids.
Long division.
So I know that
your cousin is your brother and your brother is your
boom.
Yes, sir.
I was about to say at the end of the video,
is crazy. That incest thing is crazy.
Your mother's your grandmother. Huh?
Those are the outcomes of those situations.
True.
It's finna
so
happen.
as you said that, right?
That could happen.
The number one video on this channel is an inbred video, right? That's in popularity. The young girl, and she's talking about her brother and her. The way how she explained it, she's like, my mom and her brother had me. The way how she explained it was weird, but that video is the number one video on this channel. I was like, she was just sharing it. She was sharing that information. I was like, that's something I'll take to my grave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying a word.
You know, there's a lot of incest that stuff in families that get swept under the rug.
Yep.
And they cover it up a lot. You know, down south is kind of crazy to me because I've been approached. It's like, yo, do you do this? I said, nah, we from up north. We don't get down like that. We don't do that up there like that. They asked me blatantly, like I think it was at a family reunion back in the early 90s. I said, yo, we don't do that up there. That's just and I wasn't into church back then. I just didn't. That for me, that was just on my moral compass. Like,
yeah,
that's dead wrong.
Yeah, that's definitely crazy.
Kissing cousins.
Yeah.
Can't that like incest make people sick? Cause a lot of genetic mutations.
Yeah, you got an extra chromosome floating somewhere, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else did you add to that, Toya? What else from a medical point of view?
That's just gross. It's nasty.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
but you know what? What a spin-off of that? A lot of like my kids, they don't know they don't want to know who their family is, but it's crucial that they know because
exactly
they're meeting people left and right, and you don't know. And the internet is crazy because they have mutual friends. They don't know that they're family, and they're connected.
And you know what's crazy? Family draw each other together.
Yeah.
Because I've met cousins like that where I've met them and then found out later we were related. And sometimes the bond that they just draw and be like, I don't know what it's about you, but I think we should say hi or something. Yeah. And they'd be like, oh, that's your cousin so-and-so. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So, it's definitely good to know.
Good to know your peoples.
Yeah. So I think when we went to this is a quick family story, P. I think it was like New York or something like that, P. When it was like we went to a family gathering.
Which one? It's like
I can't remember one. I can't remember the exact. I think it was New York or probably Alabama, one of them. And your mom was like, before we walked in, she looked at all the females in here, your goddamn cousin.
Oh yeah.
That sound like wisdom. Wisdom speaking, because she already know.
Like you walk in, your eyes are just closed. You'd be like, oh,
all these girls in here, y'all goddamn cousins. So just get it straight. Be on y'all best behavior. He's like, all right, thanks for the warning. But it was funny.
She knew off rip.
Yeah, but
shoot, our great grandmother had 15 kids, and that's where it started.
Yeah. Most great grandparents had a lot of. My grandmother had 12, so that was common back then.
And then most of those 12 have at least
3 or 4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she had kids that had massive amounts. My uncle had 8.
Yeah.
His sister had 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the family's huge.
That was common back then, though.
Yeah.
So question at this junction. That's a good point. What changed for people to like have more kids then versus now?
It was structure back then. The structure,
it's the
support. It takes a village to raise a family. I don't see the villages anymore.
No,
because
the structure of a family was
family's not the way it was back in the day. At least in America.
Yeah, I don't want to be sexist, but for the women to go to work too, like the man, that kind of I think, when the man back then, the man went to work and the woman stayed home.
Right.
Exactly.
So now you got
both of them.
Now you got both going. They don't have time to raise a family like that anymore.
And to pay a babysitter, it's so expensive.
Yeah, that's where I think the government came
even trust
and agriculture as well. I don't know about here. You don't see as many people raising crops and things to feed their kids. It's a lot to feed kids these days.
It is.
This is the one country right in America because, Brandon and Doc, I'm sure y'all been to the islands before, right?
Yes.
Never.
You see how much fruit trees you see in the islands?
Yeah, you could just eat off there. You don't got to worry about food.
When was the last time you saw a fruit tree in America?
You don't.
and these
that's geographical.
And the ground provisions.
There is things that you can get, but they don't allow it. It's against the law.
No. P. I thought so too because we live on the East Coast and we live in a predominantly large city. You won't see it, but when you go certain places, you'll see them. You'll definitely
from here or there, but not like they don't promote it. Pretty much,
we don't have the knowledge of it.
Yeah,
right.
You can see a tree. I can see a tree right now. I won't know that's an edible tree and that's something good for me.
And I think that's culture too, the way you came up. Because
back
in the day, even all our parents, they all farmed. Everybody farmed. You know what I mean? Nowadays, everybody going to the store to buy what they want.
Yeah.
That's a good point because one of the things with poultry, if you ask a young lady of this age to clean a chicken, they won't know. To literally clean a chicken from scratch.
You ever killed the chicken before?
Right.
You mean kill a dead chicken with the feathers and everything, or
a live chicken?
Yeah. I was just wondering.
Plucking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that, but I can chop a chicken and take all the guts and stuff out. But no,
right. Well, that's still a good point. Yeah. It's like most. I can't say. I'm not saying not all ladies, because I know for like growing up, we had to do that. We had to catch the chicken off. Then after that,
grandfather had
boil it. Yeah,
chicken for poultry.
Yeah, like skin it, do all of that stuff. It's like,
I think I killed my first chicken at 5. I was like 5 years old.
That's a lost art in America. We're spoiled. We don't got no knowledge of that.
I ain't got no knowledge of that. It hurt just to listen to them kill the goat.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, that's a little different. That's a little different.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody younger than us know how to clean a fish anymore. Take the scales off the fish.
All right. Well, that one. Well,
they got the scale stuff now too.
You don't got to do all of that.
But up here they do it slightly different because they fillet the fish.
Yeah.
When we came to America, we was like, why are they wasting the fish? So they
throw a lot away when they fillet it.
Yeah. They don't really chop it up. They just get the meat, throw it back. But yeah, I think that was a good conversation. Let's switch it up a little bit.
Why are you going straight after being a lesbian for like a decade? I'll tell you why. Lesbian relationships, they don't follow the same rules as straight relationships. And I'll give an example. If you're dating a man, and let's say this man used to get head from this woman, but he doesn't get head from her anymore, but he wants to be best friends with her, and he wants to keep her in your life, even though he says he wants to build a life with you. Obviously, it's common sense that he would not be hanging out with her. Common sense. If you're dating a man and he wants to be best friends with his ex-girlfriend, you're obviously, common sense, that's not going to fly. It just doesn't fly. But for some reason, in lesbian relationships, it's just how it is, Whole lesbian friend groups like dated each other, and they're all best friends and sleep in the same bed, but they're not hooking up, so it's fine, and like you should be cool with it. The double standard, I don't jive with that. Like, let's say.
So, is there any merit to what she's saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is what she's saying for real?
Well, that was her reason for coming back to being in a straight relationship. Is the double standards of, and I'm paraphrasing, the double standard that if a man was to be with a female, ladies already know it's wrong, like an ex-female, right? You already know that's wrong. But in a lesbian relationship, most of them are their ex-lovers and all of that, and they could come over, hang out, lay in the same bed, but not hook up or go visit them. This is about a 7-minute video where she's explaining all of this. But she's basically saying with a guy, if a guy wants to say, oh, I'm about to go over this girl house, you already know, it's going to be some problem. But in similar relationships or alternative lifestyle, they don't see it that way.
Is that true though?
I feel like this is like mayonnaise lesbian relationship.
Well, she said she was in a relationship for 10 years. She was a lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a lesbian for 10 years. So she participated. Yeah, it seemed like she had one big orgy for 10 years and then she got out.
Well, it's not necessarily. She's saying that was the culture. She's saying that was the culture where it's a double standard because
she got out.
Yeah, she got out because she's saying it's a double standard because, hey,
I thought it was because she went through a couple of friends groups and shit.
Well, she's saying that's what it feels like, a friends group.
Was like, I had enough.
Exactly. So basically, the alternative lifestyle drove her back to be in a straight relationship.
Huh.
Because a guy already is like this, the same standard for a guy. If a guy say, "Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with Katie," and your girl ain't gonna go for that.
No.
Right.
But in a lesbian relationship, they don't see that. It's like they look at you like you're jealous.
You know, I'm gonna push back on that though, because for the studs, they call them studs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would have a problem with it.
Yeah,
right? That's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing.
She's saying.
Hold up, Toya. But here's the thing, though, right? I think she'll only have a problem with it if she's outside of the friend group. So, like, say one of your friends, Toya, is somebody new, and she comes into the relationship, she gonna hold her up, like, hey, you shouldn't hang out with them. But I think if they all became friends at some point, they all just like won't be gorgeous.
I don't know. I feel like the stud gonna swing no matter what. Who you going out with? Who? Nah, it ain't happening.
But here's the thing.
Right. Like, were they all femmes? Because I feel like what she was saying, I don't know how much truth there is to that. I've seen situations where the studs, they act like men and they get mad.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Like, where you going? So I'm listening to her. I'm like, what you talking about?
It had to be a group of them where you can't tell who is the dom and who is the femme.
Right. So
it just don't make sense.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if a stud comes in from the outside, she gonna be like, yo, no, you over here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know that a lot of them are mad overprotective.
Yep. I've seen that.
And you get stared down. Be like, I'm looking at you too.
Uh-huh. They come square up on you though.
Yeah, like be like, yo.
They forget.
Okay. Boy. All right.
Yeah, so that's something that I don't know nothing about. Them yeah, that's them white women and what they're doing over there. Now I've seen black lesbians and the femmes, the studs, and
what do you call them?
Lesbians.
Lesbians?
Lesbians, yes.
Lesbians. Okay, okay. I can take that.
Not to be comfortable sleeping in bed. What? Like, what's wrong with your relationship? Who's the man in that relationship?
Well, and even add to that, she was saying, like they would take showers together and all that. And if you show any signs of any signs, you're jealous or you're the one that, but that, so I got a good consensus of what you guys are saying. It's like, Toya kind of was alluding to was this got to be feminine ladies, like two feminine ladies in a relationship versus like and a femme, so it makes sense. It had to be like two feminine ladies versus a stud and a, you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Definitely.
Cool. Any closing remarks on this one?
They could have it. The bread, the mayonnaise, all that, they could have it. I don't know nothing about that.
All right, cool. All right, so let's go to the next one.
And how he didn't like the vagina. I made a video about my ex-husband and how he didn't like the vagina and he didn't like it wet because it repulsed him. And I made that video because I think he's on the DL. And there's a lot of comments, like hundreds of comments, and people are like, yeah, dude's gay. But there's a select few men who are like, hey, there's some things that should be kept a secret. Okay. Are you telling me without telling me? Because he also had secrets. Like one of his secrets being like he didn't like women. Yeah, maybe things should. Are you keeping your secrets? It's 2026.
So I chose some hard videos this time around. I didn't make some easy ones, but
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
What? You just exposed your husband, Jesus.
Well, she said ex.
Oh, she said ex-husband?
Yeah, so how do you get, the question I will have to pose is, how do you get married to someone, and, well, not him, well, it's a two-part question. I'm going to put it in two-part because I'm not going to put it on her. How do you get married to someone and not know that they don't like ladies? And how could you, on the guy's side, well, I don't know how to put that question, boy, because that's, you know, how could you not? You know what I'm trying to say? That's what it's about, you know. It's like what you like a lady for in most cases. How could you be repulsed against that? So, P, I'm gonna go with you first.
Listen, man, it's like this, right? They hanging out one night, drinking some shit, having a good time, and she be like, "Let me try this." No, baby, I don't think we should try that. No, let me try that. I've always wanted to try that. And he tries it. He went too far. He went too far. Now she can't go back. I think that's what happened. That's how you miss the signs. He probably never even knew about stuff like that before until he met her. And she goes, "Hey, I've always wanted to try that strap on." Allegedly, of course, but those are ways you could miss the sign. You know what I'm saying? But how much of what she's saying is true?
Yeah.
Well, it was her husband, so she would know.
Well,
she seemed like she was salty.
Yeah, it seemed like she threw mud too.
Yeah, well, let me repose the question. He didn't like it wet. That was her statement.
That's what she said.
Right. He was repulsed against it. So that means he had to tell her.
How do you know when we talk to him, he go be like, "Yo, she could never get wet."
Because at the
end of he was like, we was in the doctor all the time, and she would never say. What's that stuff you buy? What is it called?
KY.
Estrogen?
KY jelly?
No. Estrogen, the hormones to help with all that.
Yeah, they go to the doctor and
especially after you reach a certain age, menopause.
Explain, Toya.
All right, so female hormones. You know, when a woman is going through menopause, their hormone levels are not the same like when they were younger. Hence why their menstrual cycles start tapering off. You know, when they go through menopause, they get mood swings, hot flashes, all that. The estrogen and progesterone play a role in that. So when the estrogen levels decrease, you don't get as much of the vaginal wetness. So that's why P was talking about the patch. You know, estrogen, it helps to maintain all of that, helps to keep things at, you know, the levels where they need to be so these things can keep happening.
Yeah.
Ain't it cheaper for the KY though?
Yeah.
Much cheaper.
Listen, even if you're getting that patch with a copay, it's cheaper to go to CVS real quick. I'm just saying. Who doing all that?
Yo, like $15 a bottle.
We're gonna make that bottle stretch. Let's put some water in it. Nah. You're not about to waste these copays. Nah.
Yeah, it seemed to me, my observation of her, she was kind of salty, so she kind of, I don't know,
a little bit,
tell the truth or not.
Okay.
I don't know.
The way I see it, it seemed like y'all got together, and then maybe from the jump, maybe he was into butt stuff, and you was just like, all right. Y'all got far enough in the relationship, maybe y'all tried one or two times, and you know it didn't work out, but y'all still went forward with the marriage.
And so now she throw him on the bus.
I just don't see how you marry a woman. Like she didn't even say he married her to gain something. He was just like, out. He just bounced. Up until the point they got married, I mean, I'm pretty sure that everything was working out fine because she married him. So what changed?
It's a good question. You know what? Hey, like she
Went
said,
through
it's
menopause and got dry.
2026. It's 2026, right? You know,
It ain't good no more.
Maybe he wasn't stimulating her enough.
Or maybe he was about to man from the beginning, getting married to this woman. That's your beard. You
Maybe
get to go out in the world. Nobody gonna judge you or think you X, Y, and Z. You do what you're doing on the download. Mm-hmm.
So why marry you?
It's a beard. Nobody gonna look at you and say, you
Okay.
know.
But those are usually discussions you have with your whoever. Like you kind of have some type of understanding. Like,
I don't know if them people do that though. They just jump in. You feel me?
Well, okay. So you can have a beard without them knowing they're a beard.
That's what it seemed like. Because guess what? I mean, here's my thing. Again, either he like the butt stuff, or you know, he on that Jeffrey Dahmer stuff because he don't like it wet. Like it's weird either way.
It usually hurt when it's dry as shit.
That's what I'm saying. Jeffrey Dahmer, he trying to, you know, he trying to exact out his fetishes, his kinks, you know.
So, what age do most ladies go through menopause?
Depends on when their cycle started, but you can see it usually 40s to 50s.
Okay,
50 being average.
Yeah, she ain't look 50, so 40 something. He got his use out of her. Now it's just like, ooh, it's 2026. I can wear the rainbow. I can do what I want. Nobody gonna judge me no more. I'm out.
Because you guys brought up a good point that I wasn't aware of, but I'm picturing it now. I'm trying to understand: is this a contributing factor to some people getting divorced?
The lack of relations, or what?
Well, I'm just saying,
like changing.
Say that again.
I'm just trying to follow where you're going with this. Like you said,
no, because all right, if ladies go through some of that change, right? We're not saying all. We're just saying for a few. We're not saying or like a broad brush of all ladies. You know what I'm saying? Where if some of this happened, and the same thing with guys on the opposite side with ED or whatever it is I think are these some of the contributing factors to like relationship going astray? I think
so.
That's kind of my question.
I think so.
Okay.
Let me look up some stats.
On both sides, I think so.
Yeah, on both sides. That's what I'm trying to say, because it seems to happen to you in that mid-40s. I know it could happen at any age, but that age range, like when you hit 40, 50s, that type of stuff. Okay.
Although some women's sex drive peak, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I heard it's steadily going up in age, so it's just like, hey, what's the problem? If mine don't work, there's a pill for that. Get them hims.com or something like that, you feel me? Or on the other side, I'll go to the store for the KY, like, what's up? You got to be able to make it work, or willing to make it work, but
get that ginseng.
And that's the whole thing what a marriage is. So I'm not trying to minimize marriage. I understand, no. But some people don't understand the significance of marriage. But for the ones that do know, you know, it's till death do us part. But in reality, some people just do it in the sense of, hey, you know, let's go ahead and do this.
Because once you get to that age, it's just something you got to deal with.
So there is some truth to what you guys are saying. I just did a search. You know, what is the leading cause of divorce? They say lack of commitment. That's 73 to 75%. But then it says couples often report a lack of effort to make the marriage work. So this would be part of it. Like things change, you know, music Soul Child talking about, you know, I'm gonna love you when you gain a little weight and all these things. Like these things happen. If you're gonna be married to the end, you gotta be ready and willing to endure through all of these changes.
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely seen one that I was going to react, and the reason why I asked that question, because that video is a woman where they live in a house, they're married, and the guy's in the basement. I'm talking about in the basement. And in his basement, he got a couch, a big screen TV, and him and his wife, they're not like astray, but they live in the same house, but he ain't really talking to his wife. And she said the most heartfelt thing. She was like, hey, I'm gonna love him on the good times and the bad times, and she was crying. She's like, these are the bad times. I want the good times back too. But I was like, wow, that's crazy to see. She explained it all. You know what I'm saying? Most ladies don't do that part where, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, these bad times, we got to hit the road. I'm not trying to talk down a lady, but her situation was that. And, you know, she said she not going to leave him, but it was a good example of, you know, standing by your man through hard times.
See, that's funny. She ran to the internet. She could have walked downstairs and figured it out with her
No,
husband.
she was talking to him. She was talking to him.
She was talking to him in the basement?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think he was Jamaican. He like,
never mind. When she said Jamaican,
like,
he ain't hear nothing.
He ain't answer. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even answer. He can't. I think he came in from putting down salt outside or whatever, and she was talking to him. She's not even rough. She was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he didn't answer. He just walked past. You know what I'm saying? My boy went and sat on this.
He already checked out.
Yeah. But yeah, some marriages are just put together. Some marriages are put together. You know what I'm saying? I seen that too. But you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. Let's wrap this one up. Any closing thoughts on that one?
Be careful who you marry, man. You walk into these things with your eyes open. Ooh, you know what you're getting into.
Nice. All right, let's go to this.
Of your education bracket leads to arguments and misunderstanding. You be explaining obvious shit. Hey, I don't like when you sit here and talk to bitches at 3 a.m. But why?
So the question is, dating outside of your education bracket leads to argument and confusion. Do you guys think this is true? You muted.
You said your education
dating outside of education bracket, meaning like what degree they hold or common sense?
So that's a good question, but I've seen this topic being presented, and you do have people that are educated, like college educated. It could go up the ladder. I can list all of them. People with their doctorate, the higher echelon people, the low education, the people
the degree speaks anything to intelligence level. Then you got book smarts and street smarts. You know what I'm saying?
True.
That's a good question.
I think that degree can cause division.
It does.
Okay, that's a good point.
Because eventually you think you smarter than me, whether the dude take it that way or
it's true.
Your dumbass. It's gonna come out one way or the other.
I feel like as long as you're smarter than a fifth grader, we good. That's how I feel.
Ooh.
Okay.
But yeah, I believe it can cause division. You know,
it can, but it shouldn't. Should it?
Definitely for like an English teacher. Man, they love correcting you, boy. Or, you know what I mean? You can't be walking on the hall saying some ranchy stuff out, right? They correcting you right there. Hey, that's not how you say that.
But you know, I've been in a situation where I feel like the person I was with had more street smarts than me, and I had more book smarts than him. And together we were able to really collaborate well on certain things.
I like that. Yeah, and that's kind of how I was seeing it. Like, it's kind of like opposite attracting, but I do understand some of the sentiments that she was sharing in that story, because it shouldn't matter.
Some things you shouldn't have to explain, though. Like, that right there is just common sense.
I've been accused in my marriage of not having common sense. So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes, and she got more degrees than me. You feel me? So it's just like, oh, you using big words. All right. You think you smarter than me. Okay.
I'm going to look it up and come back. Give me a second. That's crazy.
But it's one thing if, they're using big words just to make you feel stupid. I feel like sometimes people just use big words to make themselves feel,
As long as they use those degrees and they just don't become trophies that they just checked off, we good.
Okay.
So you need to cash in them degrees for whatever it's worth. Because I know 12 in our family, we got family members that just go to school.
Yeah.
Just to get a degree. I got like 6 masters. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it shows based on our family, because most of them are teachers and principals and all of that. So they kind of hold us to a certain level of education. So I could see why they do it though. It's like, I can see why.
I know
why they hold so many degrees and don't use them.
Yeah, they used to get their butt whooped. You ain't gonna sit down in their house and not do nothing. You got.
Well, they were teachers and principals.
Yeah, exactly. So so you couldn't. It was one of those things where you're not gonna put a bad name on the family or something like that. We're not saying that's the overarching subject, but it's like you ain't gonna sit here and not do anything. If you're gonna do something, at least go get an education and further yourself. And
then a lot of times we're in the same house. So you get home and your uncle's there, who's the principal at the school. Because he came up from the city to spend a couple of months and just teach in your town. So you're seeing him every day. Extra butt whippings for no reason.
Oh, man.
So yeah, we could wrap that one.
Yeah, cool. All right, cool. All right, let's move on to the next one.
You're going to be traumatized. You're going to be with the cold-blooded murder of Brother Alex Pretty and Sister Renee Good, just like George Floyd, just like Oscar Grant, just like Breonna Taylor. We have reached a fork in the road. We are witnessing the wholesale niggerization of citizens in America, because I come from a black freedom movement. To be a black freedom fighter means you're going to be niggerized, you're going to be demonized, you're going to be traumatized, you're going to be terrorized, and your God-given dignity has no weight in the calculations of police and politicians. Well, now that chocolate experience is spilled over to the vanilla side and all sides of the nation, the people of goodwill who want to straighten their backs up and bear witness to truth and justice in the face of arbitrary police power. What do we do? Well, now that the nation has the blues, you learn something from a blues people. You learn something from Martin Luther King Jr. You learn something from Ida B. Wells Barnett. And what do you learn? You learn that even when you push on the legal front, when the collapse of separation of powers take place, when police power takes over, coming directly out of a gangsterized Trump administration, what do? You engage in civil mass disobedience. You hit the streets. You call for a national strike, not just in Minnesota, but across the nation, to let the world know and to let each other know enough is enough. And the alternative is what? Let us be very clear. John F. Kennedy said, those who make nonviolent change impossible make violent change inevitable. It is the legacy of Martin King, or it is escalating civil war. What do we do in the name of truth, justice, and love? Well, for me, I come out of the legacy of Martin. I come out of a revolutionary spirit in which everyday people need to take back power materially, economically, politically, and spiritually, holding on to love and justice, but organizing to bring power and pressure to bear on those unaccountable elites in high places.
So, do you agree with Dr. Cornell's statement? The niggerization of America. Does he have a point? Well, let me try this right now. Do anybody oppose?
I do and I don't.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, where I stand with all of that.
I appreciate the man because, for him, an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. I get that. But certain things in terms of what we should be getting involved in, what we shouldn't be getting involved in, considering the two people he named first, it's a little iffy. We'll step to the line, but it's like, do we cross over? I don't know.
All right, let me do this. Let me back up a little bit. Right? Let me ask a different question, and we could get back to this one because this is a broad topic, right?
Cool.
So, with this immigration and all of these deportation, do you think that it's a black people fight or it's a everybody fight? Because I see a lot of people trying to throw black people into
it. Black Americans?
Yeah, black Americans. I say black people to just cover everyone instead of trying to single out people.
No, well, it's black Americans really because they're the only ones that can't get deported.
Well, I get you. I was just trying to, but I get you.
Well, no, you got to really state how it is. That's what we're really talking about. We're talking about black Americans. Should they get involved when it comes to protecting,
Again, it's a tough thing because I may be a black American, but I definitely feel for like the St. Lucia community when they're listed as terrorists because some of them overstayed a visa. That don't sound like terrorism to me. Right. Like they take the rhetoric too far in a lot of these situations. But again, as a black American, it's just like, man, listen, it's rough. It's rough because I see so many videos online of white people saying, oh, black Americans, where are you in this whole thing? Why y'all so comfortable not getting involved? Because where was y'all when we had to deal with the dogs getting sicked on us, getting sprayed by hoses and whatnot? Y'all could barely stand next to us in a goddamn elevator. But you want to get us involved in this? It's rough. It's rough.
Okay. Toya, what's your position on this?
You said a lot. I'm still trying to figure out where I stand with it. Like the niggerization, is he basically urging people to violently react?
I mean, he did say, protest.
Well, that's what the governor's been doing.
I don't know. There's a fine line for everything, and again, it can still boil down to hypocrisy. We got the pretty dude, Pretty. I'm sorry, I don't want to mispronounce the man's name.
Yeah, Pretty.
His situation, I wouldn't go to any kind of protest armed. If I'm there to be peaceful, I'm there to say what I'm saying.
Magazines too.
With a couple of magazines. Now, I'm not saying he went there with the intent to do anything.
No.
But to be armed kind of defeats the purpose of being at a peaceful protest. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've never been one for violence. I've never been one for guns or anything. Like, that's just not me. I hate confrontation. That's just me personally.
So before I go to Pete, so let me pose a slightly question. It's still on topic, right? is it because of what we went through? We have on a certain shade that we've been hurt, and we've seen the same thing being done to like a different class of people that was like, hey, since they not helping us, since they didn't help us, we not helping y'all.
I don't think that's what it is. I just think people understand what's going on. And when you understand what's going on, you'll be like, listen, like, that's not really our fight. What are we fighting for? Yeah, like you're illegal. Like you literally, like, it's a sticky situation because they'll claim, oh, we're getting the gangsters and the thugs and the violent people out of here, but Pablo just got hit up at the bodega. He was, you know what I'm saying? But so you don't know who they're targeting, People think that they're just going to get all the scum out of here, but what if they just get all the regular workers and the scum stay? You know what I mean? We don't know who they're dragging out. It could be anybody at any time.
So I'm gonna push back on your statement. They don't know who, right? So is it on?
No, I'm not saying they don't. We don't.
No. I understand. I understand.
We only know what they tell us.
Right, but let me pose the question. I get you. I understand what you're saying. But is it the opposite side, right? So we know that's the Republicans there saying, hey, these are the violent people. When you go to the opposite side, is it the way how they're saying it? Because one side is saying, hey, we're getting the bad people out, and one side is claiming that they're just grabbing anyone.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If that's what's going on, I mean, either way, they're not wrong. You know what I mean? But if you're bad in either state, no matter what color it is. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't you shouldn't be protecting somebody that created that did a violent crime that's here illegally. There's no reason you should. You know what I mean?
So that question goes back to Brandon, right? So I know you stated like solution, but we're not going to say that. Let's say it like that. Yeah. So for certain demographic of people that they paint as like terrorists, right? Mm-hmm. Don't the narrative fit the picture?
I mean, it really depends on, again, how they're doing things. And I only say that because, yes, if you grabbing up terrorists or anybody who's done something where it's just like, yeah, you didn't come here legally, you don't need to be here, that's fine. But when I'm reading a story about a 5-year-old girl who is an American citizen and still got deported to her family's country of origin, that's a problem.
All right, that one is a special one because I think the optics there, and I'm speaking out of turn, I might be wrong. What if they wanted the child to be with the mother or the next of kin?
Well, that's kind of what happened.
So hold on, what if that was blown out of proportion where and I'm not on either side. What I'm trying to say, I got to play my role, right? Mm-hmm. What if, like, you see how it's delivered to you in that sense? Mm-hmm. What if the child had to go to the next of kin, which was out of the country?
I mean, in that case, that's completely different. As long as the child is cared for, you know?
Because what I think this news cycle is doing is first to get their news out is the first to do their spin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So if you could get your message out, that's the spin that you're gonna get. So but Toya, what's your thoughts on this one?
I'm sorry, I don't have anything yet.
I get you.
I'm still listening. I'm still,
All right.
Because if you think about it, right, like you'll hear, 3 U.S. citizens got deported. Well, her mother was here illegally, so they deported the mother. Well, do you want to throw your kids in foster care or you bring their butts back? And a lot of times that's what happens. So, yeah, is it wrong? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a bad situation and that's why they're trying to fight that birthright citizenship, because a lot of women will come to the U.S., have their kid here and stay because they'll be like, hey, the kid's a U.S. citizen, you can't deport me. You know what I mean?
I know a couple people that did that.
Yeah, they did that. Yeah, that was big. That's how a lot of them get their papers. But it was a big story about this. I read this one or I watched a video about it. When I didn't know, I thought it was just regular people. They had hospitals in California, or they had hospital in certain states where the people, they will pay people from other country to come in once they're there, and they had the midwives and all that in a hotel, so they didn't have to go anywhere. They come, they pay a lot of money, get pregnant, and that's how they get to stay. So it was a big money making business, and I was like, wow, who come up with these ideas?
Rich people.
And they were making money off of it. They were making money. You know, the biggest people that were doing it were the Chinese and the Russians. You know,
Modern day slavery, boy.
So, well, let me say allegedly. That's what they said.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But
I believe that.
So going back to this one, I'm gonna give mines on the back end, right? On the back end. In this situation, I think they're forcing minorities to take part in something where, on the flip side, like a year ago or something like that, where they was telling us they couldn't close the border, right? So I see, it's like I seen the misinformation, like when people were coming across and it's like, yo, I see it. I was seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Because to be an American citizen and be here, I advocate, if you come to this country and you get your citizenship and you contribute into the country, I'm all for that. But a lot of these people are coming to this country and not assimilating, and it's screwing it up for like the solutions that been here working hard, the Haitians that been here working hard. Because I seen a lot of hardworking Haitian. I grew up with a lot of hardworking Haitian, but yet you got you know, every country has their bad, you know. So it's like this. The few that come over and make it bad for the rest, they kind of put a brush on the whole community. So I'm a appeal for the ones that did it legit, but the ones who ain't come here the right way, they got to go back. You know what I'm saying? So because they always say the small bunch ruin the, you know what I'm saying, the little bit ruin the whole bunch. So, and that's what's taking place. That's what's taking place.
The rotten apple spoils the bunch.
Yeah.
Well, right, tomato too, man. Once that one tomato go bad, if you don't take it out, it's gonna spread fast.
Yeah, but what he was saying, I couldn't get on board, because I think they're trying to use some of those like civil rights movements type strategy to mobilize Black people into fighting the war. Fighting war. You know what I'm saying? It's like
they always try to link certain people to trigger you.
Exactly.
Dr. King, they try to bring people in and be like, oh yeah, let's link this, and they're gonna follow.
Yeah, so the tactic, I don't think the tactic is working, because I could clearly see not a lot of Black African Americans are seeing this fight. Yeah, the ones that are put in place in front of us to mobilize them, I don't think it's working, because most of these people, it's like I could clearly say, when do you have time, right? We were talking about this. When do you have time to go protest? And I got to pay a mortgage. I got to pay a light bill. I got to pay car note. I got to take my kids to school. When do I have time to go protest? People ain't that supposed to be here.
Well, from what I'm hearing,
I heard they're paying people to do
that's what I was gonna say. They're getting paid.
Yeah. So it ain't working, because it's like, you can't tell me I'm gonna go protest and I still got my bills to pay.
Yeah, we was talking about that. Yo, they've been protesting in Minnesota for over a month, I think now.
Yeah.
Like every day, like drones and crowd, like nobody's home.
So tell me, how do you survive? I can't be protesting that. What's the benefit? Tell me. So one of the questions I could ask, let me pose like two more questions and we switch, right? What is the benefit of what is the benefit of protesting in this time? What would be a benefit for Black people to protest in this time? Let me put it like that. Instead of saying you, I'm gonna take it off with everyone. What is the benefit of Blacks protesting in this situation? Is there any benefits?
Well, I think it all comes down to immigration. If you feel like certain people here deserve more opportunity, then yeah, you could go out and show your love, whatever. But if you be like, listen, you came here legally, I mean, and we ain't even talking about people that overstayed. We talking about people that they're not even documented. You don't even know they're in the country, and you get caught. Well, I think most people feel like. I think all American citizens feel like that. Where they be
I have a question. When the terminology undocumented is thrown around, does that mean that they do not have a green card, or does that simply mean we don't know how you got here?
They walked over the border. They walked over the border.
So that's
somebody that overstay and don't have. They're planning to get their green card, get their citizenship down the road.
No, they don't even know they're in the country. That's undocumented. They just walked over the border.
So let me answer that question. Right? So which one sounds more threatening? Illegal immigrant or undocumented?
Well,
that's the answer.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
I think undocumented sounds
right.
Yeah.
So what they do is, and that's a wordplay, and
illegal alien. Why they gotta call us aliens?
Illegal.
Right, because that's what you are. Once you're foreign to the country, you're an alien. Yeah. Any other country you go to, you're alien to that country. So and that's what they call it. But that was the strategy, and they're using that wording in legislation to get undocumented people to work. So if I tie you in with a green card holder, which is undocumented but has the right to be here, and I take someone that crosses the border, which is undocumented, and change that terminology, now these two people line up. Now these same people, and that's how they were able to get driver's license and all of that and working permit, because now we could categorize these people in the same thing as a person that got their green card, not a citizenship, that got a green card, and now they could go to work. Now they become part of the demographic to even vote. So that was a strategy that they use on their end to get. That's why they call them that, because they're going to play the empathy card. They're not going to come out and say, hey, they're kicking undocumented people out of America, right? So if you have a family member that has a green card, you're going to, oh man, damn, Sam undocumented, he's not a citizen. So that's how you're going to be thinking. But the reality, where they're talking about illegals, like people that don't have any paper, came across
any paper trail of how they got here.
Exactly.
On a plane, didn't have to fill out the information.
They walked over. Like they literally walked over the border.
So they're just punching them in with green card holders.
What about the people that Trump removed the protection order? Are those, do they become undocumented as well?
Good question. I never looked into that one. That was
because
a question that was posed.
He just did it to the Cubans, and a lot of them are getting deported now because they had a protection. Once Cubans got to America, they were allowed to stay because of what was going on in Cuba. But I think Trump didn't extend that, or they debated deporting them Cubans.
But some of these people, I think, so one misnotion I would say that you don't hear them saying is, and when you read it and you see the documentation, the U.S. government do give them the right to leave on their own cognizance, leave the country on your own cognizance, and apply through the right channels, and you could come back. that's, you don't hear that in the media. The media don't really tell you that. There's like, hey, if you came into the country illegally, right? Have any of you guys heard that? Where if they tell them, hey, if you leave
I've heard that before.
If you leave the country, you're able to apply and come and get your papers naturally. If not, you're going to be, I can't remember the terminology that they think, but I think it's like ban or you can never come back, but stuff like that. But it's like once you start reading into, you're like, wow, that's crazy. I would have been left if I was undocumented.
Well, it all depends on your situation. I mean, because some of these cats come here and set up businesses, all kinds of stuff.
Even if you have business, you go back and you pay your money, you come back. Because
you know how it is in most places, man. It's hard to get back. That's why they take that journey to come here in the first place.
But it's still a risk, though. I get your point. But if you got a business here,
and you know it's expensive too. They just jacked up the prices as well.
But
coming from a foreign country, you may not have the resource to do it right now. You know what I mean?
But that's even gambling. I'm gonna push back. If I got a business and I'm undocumented, right? I run the risk of never coming back to this country and losing that business either way. And instead of me losing that business, I could leave, file legally, come back and still have my business versus getting deported and never coming back and losing a business that I created.
You got to calculate your potential losses.
Exactly. So it's like this. I could still have someone running the business while I go take care of it, So, but trying to stay, no, they're going to catch you and make it worse. You got a business, you're already out there in the public.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I think to myself, like, what if I'm from Haiti? I got a business over here and you sending me back over there where it's chaos right now. I don't even know if I'm going to make it back if I apply. You got to survive while you're there just to get back to the U.S. It's a little dangerous because I'm sure you done left long enough. You don't have no house. You don't have no family. Or even if you do, it's a struggle over there right now.
That's the opposite side. And I agree with that's the opposite side because I've definitely watched a lot of the videos where the people that got deported, they're going back into like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? No running water, no like mosquito.
Look at all the people that just got deported back to Venezuela. You know what I mean? It's a reason why they left and they got sent back. That's a horrible situation.
Yeah. They got a lot of those videos out there.
Cubans, like I said, they deporting Cubans again now. Like, it's definitely a tough situation, but
yeah,
that's when you decide to take that journey, you always know in the back of your mind this is a possibility. You know what I mean? Now, those people out there that's fighting, that do what y'all do, peaceful protests. There's always going to be people out there protecting people, man. And I'm not going to be out there. I told my kids, I better not see their asses out there doing no goddamn protests. I'm going to go down there and drag their butt right out of there because we all know how that's going to turn out. We've been pretty lucky, though, here in Connecticut. We haven't really had any protests.
They do have them. They're like
small ones. They're not
on
the larger scale.
Yeah, as soon as brothers be like, yeah, let's do the protest, you hit the door and it says -2. All right, we're gonna
get inside. Goddamn.
We're gonna reconvene.
I think at worst in Connecticut somebody got maced by an ICE agent, but that was about it.
Yeah. I don't think it's like, well, I know that we're on the East Coast and we have a large West Indian demographic, Chinese, we have it all. Right, because we're on the East Coast. But the question be like, why is it not happening out here like that? I know in Boston they're trying to push back, but I know what's his name? The Tom Holmes, he not playing that. They running up in Boston, they don't care. So go ahead.
I think that it's all about the agenda they trying to do. They trying to. It's the stuff with Minnesota, man. That's all happening for a reason, man. I'm not sure what the end game is out there, but it's happening everywhere. It's just not magnified as much as that particular state. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I think it's all politics going on out there.
And Yeah, that's it. Because the end goal over there is to spin the corruption that's going on.
Exactly.
As you said that, I had the other video that I gotta run. I'm not too sure if you guys see it. Let's roll into this one. I gotta find it though. Hope I picked the right one. If not, we flip it on the other side.
I went up to a man and said, I think we should sleep together.
With you? Are you still worried about that? I am, because guess what?
Let us be fortified.
Hold on, I didn't load it. I gotta load up that one. It was one to go with this video right here, but we'll just skip it. We just go to the next one, and because it had to do with this one. Let's go to
I said if I ever saw you, what I do to you? Cool. Why did you run it up on me like that? Because you thought I wouldn't see you at this old ass age that we is. No. Yes, you did. Do you know how much trauma you put me through growing up?
Right, that's full to bully you.
Yes, you did. You and your friends. Y'all used to make fun of me. Y'all used to talk about my teeth. Y'all used to talk about how I dress. Talk about how I look. I don't care. Do you know that type of stuff stands with you?
And you still worried about that?
I am, because guess what? I said if I ever saw you, what I do to you? Yeah, give me this. Matter of fact, give me this.
So the bully strikes back. Well, no, not the bully.
The victim.
I should say.
She got knocked the fuck out, man. I didn't expect that. I didn't know.
I have a feeling. To me, after watching it like twice, I kind of feel it was a skit. But beside that, right? Is this something you have to worry about, or people do worry about, if you were the person bullying someone or you were bullied? That's my question.
Well, the bully never thinks that they could be knocked off that pedestal, so they won't see it coming. But at one point, they're gonna get deboed.
Okay.
I do feel like stuff like this always has a way of coming back around. It is karma.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
The way people hold on to this stuff now, especially the term bullying, is definitely a lightning rod. I mean, if you actually going through something where somebody is day in, day out messing with you nonstop, there's no intervention, it could come back to you deadlier than that.
Okay.
A slap.
And these were grown women. Mm-hmm. Probably say what, mid-30s maybe?
Yeah.
Like it, yeah.
And this happened when they were like preteens, kids. She said they used to pick on her every day.
Yeah, nobody forgets something like that. You know, things like that dig deep. It's a lot of pain, a lot of hurt.
True. Because when I was looking at this, is like, I think there's two failures here, right? Even though you were bullied, and I'm not standing up for the bullied, I think you come to a realization is like, what do you get out of confronting this person at your grown age? When you, let's say, if you're established, if I got a family and I'm, why would I then go ruin my life?
She got closure.
Yes.
It might not been the closure we wanted, but she got her closure.
Yep, and her closure came with a jail door cell closing too.
Yo,
yeah,
the
you
fact
feel
that
your own crime. This is true.
The fact that she didn't try to fight her or stomp her, she just there was one hit, boop, that was it. Got it out.
I agree, right? I don't think you should bully people, but I think it showed also the lady, I can't say when she was bullying, I could show the maturity of the other lady now being older, because she had the ability to kind of ask one or two questions like, hey, are you worried about that after a certain amount of years? Because,
well, here's the thing. She didn't even apologize.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was waiting on it to at least come.
She could have been like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But she was like, yo, you still worried about that?
Well, she answered the question.
Well, that goes to show you how much she didn't care about hurting other people's feelings.
Exactly.
She just out being mean.
That and it did seem like she was worried the chick was gonna do something.
Nah, because she was used to
glasses
bullying
up and everything. Like, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, she made sure she looked. She goes, you know who you talking to? You up here talking to me like that? And she lowered her glasses.
But it could be so much worse. It could be so much worse. I feel like people get taken out. People get taken out for less than that.
That was something.
And I'm pretty sure she's been thinking about it for a minute. Mm-hmm. Now, you think that was a random? She ran into her randomly? I mean, even if it could be a skit, or you think she made sure she put herself in the right place?
That seemed like put herself in the right place. I mean, you may run into somebody, but them circumstances right there, you put yourself there to confront her. That's what it looked like to me.
I feel like it was a skit. I don't know. It's the acting.
Yeah, I felt so too. I agree with you. All right, so let me prime this one. We're gonna go to a live video. I'm not too sure if you guys seen this one, right? And this is what this one kind of remind me. This is a live video. Let me load this one up.
Reporting live from Roberts Club in Atlanta, Fight Plus News. I'm John Abba.
Yeah, but I forgot. I'm homeless, boy. So what that got to do with me? I ain't do that.
Tracy Morgan is getting a few side eyes and support for a now viral confrontation between him and a man who he alleged was mean to him when he was younger. In the release video, Morgan is seen leaving a Knicks basketball game and would begin signing autographs, only to see someone from his past who is now homeless. Before the unidentified man would proceed to ask Tracy for help, it appears that Tracy would become immediately triggered once he recognized the man by first saying, "I remember you."
Where you at? What's up? What's up? I remember you. Don't talk to me like I owe you something. I didn't say that, boy. Did I get something? No. When we was younger. Yeah, but I think I forgot. I'm homeless, boy. So what that got to do with me? I ain't do that. Can I get a picture of my sister?
Now, Tracy's abrupt rejection of the man has now left many split on his response, given that his net worth is allegedly between $70 to $75 million. And as many would know, he would receive a huge payout from Walmart back in 2014.
So that was that situation there where in the same scenario that he met someone from his past and the guy was begging him for some help. And they were trying to go ahead.
He already got humbled. He homeless. That was his
karma.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter if you got $2 or $100 million. When you confront your bully like that, it's basically, you know what I'm saying?
D-Cat in the chat, welcome back.
Definitely.
What up, D-Cat?
So they were trying to push back on Tracy Morgan and how he spoke. Did Tracy Morgan owe that guy anything?
Absolutely not.
I think he handled it the right way, and it wasn't even nothing wrong about it. He was like, "Yo, you bullied me when I was a kid." Like, he basically said it right there. He was, you know what I'm saying? You only could be honest.
And like he said, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You homeless, I ain't do that.
Yeah.
All the sum of our choices. It is what it is. You screwed yourself over, and maybe if you were nicer when people were younger, maybe he would have threw you a couple dollars. Maybe he would have did this. Maybe he would have did that.
Exactly. He probably treated him like shit because he was like, you ain't worth nothing. Now he worth something.
Once he said, I ain't forget, it went deep.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you can see it.
So my question, you guys know who Michael B. Jordan is?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know who Michael B. Jordan is, Toya? The guy from Wakanda.
One of the two vampires from Sinners. The twins.
Oh, he had to bring it recent.
Okay, we can take it back. Hey, he was in The Wire. He was Wallace in The Wire with the braids.
Nah,
you want to pull it up? You want?
Let me look. Yeah, let me just look just to make sure.
But
Fruitville Station.
Rocky, the Rocky.
Okay.
We could have went with Rocky. That would have been
okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah,
Creed.
All right. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So that young kid, so he has the same name as Michael Jordan. So Michael B. Jordan.
Right,
but
he put the B in.
Yeah.
So he doesn't
get mixed up. So when he confronted one of the girls that used to pick on him, they attacked him.
Yeah.
They said he was petty.
Yeah. So what was the difference between this, and the first video? Because they attacked him because when he was on, it wasn't because, is a lady, or you know what I'm saying? Because when he went on the red carpet, his interviewer, he's like, I remember you when you used to say I was ugly. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the same scenario. Is it or is it not?
I mean, it is and it isn't, because at the end of the day, Tracy Morgan, comedian, he could say whatever he wants. He could talk to people however he wants. We still gonna get a laugh out of it. I got a laugh out of it when he turned down the man. But Michael B. Jordan, you one of the quote unquote most handsome people in the world. He won that already. You vied after by multiple women, this, that, and the third, and then you reel in on this one girl who called you ugly in a public forum. You know, it's just like, you look petty. You can have damn near any woman you want, but you went and you focused on this interviewer, and she denied that she called him ugly. Nah, you did. So he could have been above it. He could have rose above it. Tracy Morgan, he rose above it in a petty way, and it was fine. But for Michael B. Jordan, well, you could have let that girl breathe. You already at top of the world. She an interviewer.
I push back on that because here's the thing. It happened at a young age. All of this happened when they were nothing. You know what I'm saying? So this was probably the one thing that drove them to become who they are. Like literally, when he want to get in his bag, he's thinking about that girl that called me this, and I'm gonna focus on that, and that's gonna be my why. You know, so when they finally do confront them, there's so much build up there that they just explode. Pause.
Right.
I'm still putting it at the levels though.
I don't blame him though.
You know, we got the girl that called me ugly, and we got I ain't forget. We don't know what happened between Tracy Morgan and Homeless. You know?
Where you hang out at?
Let me catch up with you.
Catch up with you after. Nah, he don't want nothing to do with that boy.
I think that's showing fake love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'll be fake. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he was as honest as you could be.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is if it don't go the way that guy expected to go, he going to come out and be like, oh, he ain't never helped me. He ain't. So you don't want to take pictures with someone that's going to turn around and backstab you.
Nah.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get that man paid. You're going to get that man paid off interviews. Oh, Tracy Morgan said he was going to meet up with me. He never did. He's a horrible person.
Go get your bag.
He don't deserve it.
But just stay away from me.
Yeah. I think his approach was the realest one.
Hey, I remember you. Here's the thing. All of the answers, even with Michael B. Jordan, happened on site. There was no hesitation.
Yep.
It was like boom, boom.
Yep.
You used like instantly. So they all handled it the same way. Because when you finally meet up, because you got to look at it, she was bullying him because they were older. You know what I'm saying? And it's all bullying. And it all came out the same way. So you can't say Tracy was right, but Jordan, because he's a little handsome, is it's better than anybody else. But I think it's the same thing.
Okay. Because that's the same way I felt. I felt that there was a double standard when Michael B. Jordan did it versus Tracy Morgan, and how, you know, because the media killed Michael B. Jordan. Boy, they bashed them. They bashed them. You know what I'm saying? So it was a double standard. I agree with what two of them did because, hey, if I remember what you did to me, I remember. But, you know.
Because it's kind of like, even with Michael B. Jordan, right? The way he's looking at it is, okay, she was horrible to me all this time, every time I see her. And now that I'm doing good, she want to interview me. Hey, how you doing? No. Get away from me. You know what I mean? So you got to look at it like that too. It's like all of a sudden now that I'm where I'm at, you got time.
Mike Jones. No, all on me, Mike Jones. Definitely.
Mike Jones.
Yeah. I think we got two more, then we wrap up. But here we go. Let's see. Oh, almost played it.
That's something we should probably do.
Need full-grown man female to male trans and first-time moms, y'all need to get together and work out which one of you gets to keep the FTM acronym. In my local neighborhood giveaway group, this woman posted FTM looking for boy clothes. And to be fair, she said boy, that should have been my first clue. So I messaged her, hey, I'm moving. My husband's getting rid of some clothes. What size do you need? And I just woke up to the most confused message back saying she didn't need full-grown man clothes. She hasn't had the baby yet.
All right. So, do you so you understand the terminology of this one, or you could explain?
So she got confused between female to male trans versus what does the other word was?
First time mom.
First time mom. Yeah. Yeah.
So I wasn't aware of these damn terminology myself because
gibberish to me.
I'm just now learning about it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's why I played this one. It's like these, and we're seeing it with a lot of different terminologies out there. This is not the only terminology where like new groups or these whatever you want to call them, they're using acronyms of old acronyms that other people use, and now people are getting confused with these slangs, making it hard for people. What's your thoughts on this one?
I don't think it's just related to gender, LGBTQ community. I think in general, the texting, it just gets crazy. Sometimes I text with my niece and she sending all kinds of weird acronym stuff, and I got to look it up.
True.
That's normal.
Like the one that be getting me is like chop. I'm like, what is chop?
What?
Chop?
Yeah, chop.
What's that?
Exactly.
So chop means you're ugly. So if someone call you chop, that means you ugly.
Oh.
You chopped up? Chop?
No,
chop.
you add into it. The slang is they chop. Or if they don't like something, I'm like, yo, that's chop. I'm like, what? What is chop? So they got a lot of new slang these kids are coming up with. I'm like, oh man.
But, I'm glad I haven't run into it yet. I might hear it, but I just disregard it.
Yeah.
That's the latest one I heard.
They changed lingos because we had some strict parents. So every time they come up with a different word to describe something, so we don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I remember we used to get our butt.
The ick. I hear that one a lot.
But the ick been around though. Yeah, that one been around.
Brandon looking like me. What is the ick?
All right, I don't feel so bad now, Winston.
What's the ick?
The ick is when you can't stand someone, something that turns you off, or something that you don't like. So it's like for ladies, it's an ick when the guy leaves the toilet seat up.
Okay.
Yeah, so something like that, you know. But yeah, well, some of these words are like revamped words. Because what I used to notice with like some like some terminologies, like the older people use ick. You know, that's why I get it from like the older people. Like if you, and one of the things in like West Indian, you notice what older West Indian had like perfect vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to the middle generation. The older people used to use big words. You'd be like, what? You know, they sound like
they had us.
Yeah, they used to use big words. I'm like, what?
They had us, and we was like, man, I don't know. It's a good question though.
But that one right there definitely took me for a loop. Was FTM. I couldn't understand how that was until I had to play the video over to.
It sounded like she was talking another language.
Right, because she was accommodating one community, and when she read the post and she was being helpful, she thought it was for a guy transitioning to female, however it is.
Yeah.
And it was for first time mom. So the mother responded in a manner was like, no, I'm not looking for man clothes. It's for a baby that's not born. So that's where that kind of comes into play.
Yeah, when in doubt,
why can't you just say
right
exactly what you mean?
But Google gonna give you the wrong information if you're not too clear.
Look like I'm gonna be wrong either way. Hey, ask questions. You need boy clothes? Hey, you saying
Chat
no?
GPT, she'll say, narrow it down for me, please. What was the context?
True.
Yeah, ask your AI, Brandon.
I might have to.
Gemini, ChatGPT, ask it, and it might tell you.
Look, even if I'm wrong, that's all right. I'll get it right the next time.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna land it right there. Any closing thoughts? We're gonna start with Brandon. What's your closing thoughts for the night, Brandon?
Closing thoughts for the night. The one thing I keep drifting back to, it don't matter where we stand on things. If you want to protest, there's a way to do it. Don't come to a protest with a pew, and don't try and use your vehicle to hit people. That's not peaceful.
I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you directly a question.
Go ahead.
You think that would have went the same if it was a black person with a protest with a loaded gun?
If we went to a protest with a loaded gun, I think it's because, mind you, they had one dude who took it off of him in the same moment everything happened. As soon as they would have seen something, all of them would have lit somebody up if he was looking like us.
Okay. That's what I kind of took away from that. I'm not saying anything other than that, but I was like, I think black people are scared to go to a protest with a gun.
Exactly.
100%.
And the ones that are
even if you went to a protest with a gun, once you saw a cop, you out.
Yep. We don't want no parts.
You out. And that's what I was going to say. And the ones with guns are going to start trouble. The ones with guns are going to start trouble. So, yeah.
But on the other side, you got the Kyle Rittenhouses of the world. You got those people who will come to a protest with their ARs and this and that, and nothing happened to them. They get to go home. January 6ers, they get to take their pew-pews and go up there, and they get jail time. But guess what? They got pardoned. But we can't take that chance, and I'm not gonna.
So DCAT says, ask ChatGPT about Charlie Clerk. And it says that for real? That it wasn't a real world event?
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah, I gotta definitely.
What?
What the hell?
Sometimes they be doing stuff like that. ChatGPT do say not all the information it provides is correct, and I think they do something like that to not stir certain things.
I mean, but we all seen it. What's the problem?
Yeah. Let's go to you, Toya. What's your closing thoughts? And you could promote if you have anything. You know, you can tell the world what you feel. You mad? Tell them whatever you want.
My main takeaway: karma really is a bitch. She really is a bitch, and I think it's important that we put out what we hope to get back. You know, I firmly believe in the golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated. And I don't think that's a lesson that can be learned from young. All these mean young childhood bullies, I can't stand them. The minute I find out it's happening at work, ooh, it's a problem. You know, but I think it starts from young ages. And I think if we learn of anybody being bullied, we really got to do something about it. I have a lot of parents who complain. They're on the phone crying because they're worried about the situations their child has to face daily. It's not nice, you know. So don't be a bully, people. Don't be bullies. It's not nice.
Cool. To you, P, do your shout out.
It's crazy. I was going to talk about the bullying stuff too. I was going to say basically, if you're a bully and you're feeling really good right now because you're on top, one day you got it coming. And I'm not just like, she got knocked out. It could be other things. It could be things that have serious repercussions, you know, because people get bullied into their adult life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just think about it. Eventually, you're going to get it. It's going to come back to you sometimes 10 times worse. So, and you know, when you bully somebody like that, it damaged their self-esteem, you know. And y'all should stand up to y'all bullies early. Don't wait too late. Knock them out as a kid. Don't wait till he's as big as Debo. You need to wait to knock him out. But it's sad, man. The protest stuff. I tell my kids, get y'all butts in the house.
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
As a young kid, how do you stand up to your bully?
Fight. Just fight, swing.
You got to figure that out. I mean, everybody, yeah. I mean, there's different ways of taking down your bully.
That's why your parents encourage you, like, well, they don't do it as much these days. That's why when your kid come home like, oh, I'm being bullied, you be like, hey, you better not come back here tomorrow with none of that thing. You better do something. If you're gonna do anything, do something. Now they're putting it on you. I know that's not right, but that's how they teach you in the island. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, do something, do anything, just don't do nothing, right? Because in all right, and let's stay to America. In America, what do you do if you're being bullied? So they tell you go speak to the parents, you do all of these long things, and a lot of it is protecting the kids, but the bullies still win.
Right.
Because the bully also has rights. So I know, you know, like, they're protected. A lot of them are protected because, hey, they could only expel them. Or not expel them, they could only give them like suspension, detention, that type of stuff. So it's not a lesson being learned. So, and if they don't have the parents to reprimand them and correct them, they're not learning anything. While your child is being punished on your side, the gentle care and none of these hands-off approach is not showing any of these kids the things that they need to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, if you do something, it's like they put on boxing gloves, you duke it out, you know what I'm saying? Now, and even that, you got to be careful because it's a lot of if. Because what if that kid is in a gang and he stands up? Now he waiting with his crew outside for you. You know what I'm saying? So these are all of the things you have to weigh with your kids in this time and this day, you know. So it's hard because you could tell them stand up, you could stand, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in high school, I'll tell you a story. I was in Fox Middle, right? And I was walking down the hall minding my business. This dude picked me up, put me on his shoulder, spin me around. It was like a wrestling move where the guy used to put you on the shoulder, and I slipped out. Slipped out his hand, hit the side of the glass, bang, fell on the ground, right? Fell on the ground. But my brother was in on the third floor, and I was on the first floor. But the dude who had me on the shoulder, I guess they were in gangs. So at the same time he dropped me, I fell off his shoulder. somebody that knew my brother, right? And the other people, my brother wasn't in no gang or anything like that, but the people my brother hang around, I think they were opposing gang to the dude that dropped me on the ground. I never seen so much people came downstairs in my life. You know what I'm saying? Those people never bothered me again, but it was one of those things where it was opposing gang came down. It's like you know what I'm saying? We weren't affiliated or nothing like that, but it was like, yo, it's an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I never see nothing like that in my life, but I was like, that dude never messed with me again. People after that day, a lot of people thought that we were down. I'm like, no, we're not into none of that. None of that. But yeah, I just see, and that's what I'm saying. You have stuff like that. So that's why I'm coming from with gangs. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your kid being ambushed by a gang. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I could speak to that point, because those people, and that's when you find out who claims what, who's that, but it's crazy. It was crazy. So it's a hard choice. It's a hard choice.
One thing I will say though is you got to pour into your kids. Talk to them about the world. Let them know, like, hey, this kid could be bullying you because he getting bullied at home by his own parents. If you able to use your wit, if you able to even embarrass these people in front of other people, hey, it may stop. You never know, or maybe it will have to go a physical route. But you got to talk to your kids and give them every opportunity, whether it's using your brain. Whether it's you got to stand up and take some licks so that the people be like, you know what, I ain't gonna mess with you. Whatever you do, pour into your kids.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do, because and the thing you don't want is the silence and the self-deletion of themselves. That's a lot of these kids don't have anybody to push them. So that's the whole thing. Like you said, you got to talk to your kids, let them know that they love. Teach them, take them taekwondo, take them to wrestling, taking them to self-defense class. You know what I'm saying? Or the one that used to work is let them go to school with your cousin. Pull up. He used to drop us to school.
I was my son's school nurse for a few years, and that was a great opportunity. Damn. Come here. I heard what you did yesterday. I got your mother number.
Could you imagine that?
What you're doing need to stop right now. It worked.
If I'm a school nurse.
That was community. Yes. That's community. You know what I'm saying? That's community. Yes. Definitely. Like when I was younger, I was bad as hell in the islands. I got out of school early. And in the islands, guys, it's natural for a little kid to walk around with a machete, right? When I was young, I had a machete. And I'm walking. I went on the school grounds because we were going to the garden. And I was skirting up a storm. F this, F that, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know the teacher was my grandfather's uncle. Yeah, I didn't know. And I'm here swearing up a storm. By the time I got back to the house, it was like, oh, so you was up by the school cursing, huh? Nah. Oh, so my niece lying. Damn.
It's crazy because back then we didn't really have a lot of phones on the island. Yeah. And that message got home before you got it. You'd be like, yo, y'all still using pigeons? What's going on?
Oh man.
But yeah, I like that question, Toy. I like that question. But P, I'm gonna let you shout out your channel, then I shout out.
Oh, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. So in closing, if you like to join the panel, you can hit us up in the bio. I got the link, the WhatsApp link. You could join the group. It's called Line With Us Panel Show, or Late Night Line. Just kind of shoot across, send your email, join the group. And we go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. until we're trying to get a balanced panel of both men and women so we could have some good dialogue.
Are we going to get more ladies?
This week we were supposed to. I had like 4 or 5. That's the issues. I can't put it like that. sometimes we know things do arrive. So it's like, hey, you know, but yeah, I had about 4 or 5 lined up. They said yes, but
sometimes they got to get over the fear of coming online.
Yeah. But yeah, if you know any ladies out there like to join the panel, just kind of send them across, you know, because I know with time it's gonna come. You know, I know it's gonna be, you know. So hey, these are the starting days. This is episode 6. Episode 6. So you know, at the start it's like this, but eventually, you know, the question then becomes, you guys are going to be the founding ones, is who you want to keep on the panel. That's when they get, I don't like that one.
Well, eventually, you know, everybody ain't going to be on every week. So
yeah,
be switching them out. Everybody will be, you know.
So the question is like, do you want like a solid panel or you want a revolving panel? A revolving panel, I think, is difficult though.
Well, I think as we grow, there'll always be a week when somebody can't be on us.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I'm a basketball mom, and my boy likes to eat. So if my time management isn't on point, like it gets tough, you know.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah. But we're gonna shut it off there. All right. Thank you. Peace.
Peace and love, everybody.
Out.
Good job.